When you've worked your whole life to build something from the ground up, the last thing you expect is some self appointed neighborhood tyrant telling you that you don't belong on your own land. Unfortunately for me, that's exactly what happened last month when Karen from the Lakeshore HOA decided my perfectly legal, decades old boathouse ruined the community's aesthetic. Let me rewind a bit. 30 years ago, I bought 10,000 acres of mostly neglected farmland and a sleepy stretch of lakefront that nobody else wanted. I restored the marshland, dredged the old boat slip, and built a sturdy boathouse that's been my weekend retreat ever since. Over the years, I bought up more land, old farms, cabins, abandoned lots. One by one, the deeds stacked up until, believe it or not, I owned nearly the entire county, save for a few scattered parcels in the new fancy Lakeshore HOA subdivision that popped up 3 years ago. That subdivision sits across the cove from my boathouse. They built fancy docks, a so called private beach, and a community clubhouse. Then, predictably, Karen rose to power. HOA president for life if she has her way. It didn't take her long to notice my boathouse across the water. One sunny Saturday, I'm sitting on the dock with my feet in the water, cold drink in hand, watching my grandkids splash around. That's when I hear the unmistakable shriek of Karen's golf cart, tearing down my private gravel road. She storms onto my dock as if she owns the place. No knock. No greeting. "Excuse me," she screeches. "You can't be here. This structure is an eyesore, and I've had multiple complaints that you're trespassing on HOA property." I just stared at her. "Trespassing? Ma'am, you're standing on my dock." Karen waved a clipboard in my face. "I don't care who you think you are. I'm calling the sheriff right now. You're in violation of Lakeshore HOA covenants." I nearly spit out my drink laughing. "Karen, my boathouse has been here since you were busy terrorizing kids on the playground. This entire cove, this dock, that marsh over there, all mine. I pay the taxes. I maintain the roads you just drove on." She didn't hear a word. She dialed 911 and told dispatch she had an aggressive squatter refusing to vacate HOA property. 5 minutes later, two deputies showed up. Good guys. I knew them both by name. After all, I signed their paychecks indirectly. My company funds the largest employer in the county. Karen practically leapt at them. "Arrest him. He's trespassing and harassing me and my guests." Deputy Collins tried not to laugh. "Ma'am, this is Mr. Klein's boathouse. This entire shoreline belongs to him. You're actually the one trespassing. There's a big iron gate down the road you apparently ignored." Karen turned purple. "That gate doesn't apply to me. I'm the HOA president." I pulled out my wallet and handed Collins a folded copy of the master plat map, the original deeds, and the updated tax rolls. Karen's jaw dropped when she saw my name on nearly every parcel highlighted in yellow. I leaned in real close and said, "Karen, the only reason your HOA exists is because I let it exist. You lease road access, dock rights, and utility easements from me. Without my signature, you have no power here." She sputtered something about lawsuits and city zoning. Collins calmly reminded her that if she didn't get back on her golf cart and leave, she'd be the one in cuffs for trespassing and harassment. I didn't press charges, not then anyway. Instead, I called my lawyer and had him draft new terms for the HOA's lake access. Karen found out at the next board meeting that her entire private beach lease was up for renegotiation at triple the cost. Now, every time she glances across the cove and sees my boathouse, she knows exactly who's really in charge around here. It's not her HOA bylaws, her golf cart, or her silly clipboard. It's the guy who owns the dock, the road, the lake, and practically every square inch of the ground under her overpriced McMansion. Next time she wants to lecture me about community standards, she'd better bring a deed with her name on it. Until then, she's welcome to admire my old boathouse from a